Welcome back. We're doing the rounds here before we have our little meeting at the tri-point, the triple point of the border between Liberl, Erebonia, and Calvard. So, let's get on with it. Because it's meant to be a good reunion. But I'm very curious as well because we have a quest here. Let's actually start with the quest. Because there's something going on with the hot springs, apparently. So my question is, what's happened to Loki? Oh dear. It's serious. I know. Loki, you get it, don't you? The reason the hot spring got messed up because you didn't clean it. No, you're bad. Think about what you did. I take my eyes off of you for a while and now this happens? Is it really just a cleaning quest? Is that gonna be it? Bad Loki. Think about what you did. Really? Got to think of it, we got a request about the hot springs from Derriere. He said something strange had happened. Maybe we should look into it. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, that's not good. Ah, there you are. You certainly didn't waste any time. I mean, I did. Looks like there's something strange going on in the water here. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but something feels purple. Is it an abnormality in the spirit veins, maybe? Caused by the Great Twilight? Is it the curse? You always know how to cut right to the chase, don't you? Essentially, yes. That is the case. This spring is actually linked by spirit vein to hotspots of mana all throughout Erebonia. The Twilight seems to be the most likely cause of the corruption here. We could simply have Rose purified by force, but her mana is far too strong for that. An unskilled hand could throw things all out of balance. So what I'd like to do here is conduct a proper purification ritual. I think I get where this is going. As for what we can do, though, I assume you want us to go to each of those spots you mentioned. Exactly right. It will take no small amount of effort, but the situation isn't particularly severe either. I have no trouble holding things off for the moment if you're busy. What do you say? Well, accept the request. We'd be more than happy to help. We've made some good use of these springs ourselves, after all. Where exactly are we headed? And what do we do once we get there? I believe these should answer your questions. Ash stinks. Ash of all woods. It's particularly conductive of mana, right? Right. I'd like for you to drive a stake into each location where these abnormal phenomena are occurring. Doing so should allow us to conduct the purification ritual from here. Alright. My divinations were able to describe 3 of these hotspots. First is close to Ulster. Make your way to Osgiliath Basin and you'll soon be near it. The next lies around Milsanti. It should be somewhere on a path leading towards the hills. And finally, there's one on Brionia Island. Though where exactly, I can't be too sure. The divination mark its location in the center of the isle. I imagine it may be hidden amidst the terrain. The cave, then. Got it, just leave all the searching to us. We'll try not to keep you waiting. Much appreciated. I wish you luck. The hotspots. What is a hotspot not? We'll see if anybody answers that and knows what I'm referencing there. I'd like you to drive an ash stake through 3 hotspots. The first is near Ulster. If you head to the basin, you'll find it soon enough. I mean, I may make it the thumbnail. I don't know how many people will know what I'm referencing. Then there's one around Milsanti. It's out somewhere on a path leading towards the hills. Finally, there's one on Brionia Island. Based on my divination, it should be at the center. Maybe hidden among the terrain, however. Really appreciate your help. I know that it won't be an easy task. Let's go for Brionia Island first. Inside the cavern. Because that feels appropriate. There's a green exclamation either side, so I'm assuming he's down here. Oh! Would that have been here if I'd come here before the quest? There it is. Wow, of all places for it to be. There's no mistaking that colour. Yes, it's just like the hot springs in Erebonia village. Must be connected to the spirit veins. Naturally occurring hot springs. Nature sure is wonderful. It's good size too, considering it's connected to the other side. But it's purified. We should all come back here and... Instructor Rean, control yourself. Please calm down, Instructor. Maybe we can get everyone together for an SSS vacation sometime. Anyway, we should get on with driving in the stakes. Let's work out which side we need to do it from. The fact it sticks, it's like, oh. Okay, this looks good. Now we only need to find the other 2 spots. Group found the first hot spot spring and drove the ash stake into it. It's just weird, a little stick there, like... we can go in it, Right, so where was the one? I remember the one was one near Ulster. It was like, there was something about the Milsanti area, though, there wasn't there? It's not going to be in Milsanti. Or it could be. Well, it's going to be that then, isn't it? Is there anywhere else we could go here? It's clearly there. Feels weird going this way. Ooh. Like backwards. This was the right way, right? Yes. There's a little puddle. Whoa, finding a hot spring here of all places, pretty wild. This is it, right? Right, this place has to be connected to Erebonia through the spirit veins. This is a pretty choice spot. It's close to the tracks, but not out in the open, so it still feels private. The wind rolling over the hills and the sound of the occasional passing train could really add to the atmosphere. Sometimes I forget just how enthusiastic you get about hot springs, Instructor. You know, we've got these ultra steamy saunas in Uri that more or less give you the full hot spring experience. Focus, everybody. Let's drive the stake that Dahlia gave us. And that's 2 down. Only 1 left, guys. Let's do this. Group found the second hot spring and drove the ash stake into it. I'm wondering, like, can I actually bring anyone who might be interested in regards to hot springs? Maybe instead of you. Can I not go the other way? Who might say something about the hot springs? Honestly, I don't know. I think that's it. It's like, I'd want to bring Elise, but I can't bring Elise.
Where would you like to go?
Where was the other one? Oh, yeah, Osgiliath Basin from the sounds of it.
Alright, setting coordinates.
Oh, it's right there. This must be the place. Didn't take us long to find this one, huh? Yes, this place must be connected to Erebonia through the spirit veins. Ah, I see. It's the same place. You okay, Instructor Rean? Do you know something about this place? Just a little. I was passing through on an assignment for the government. Went out one night to do some training and discovered this spring. No one was around, so I got right in and enjoyed myself for a while. Of course, back then it wasn't this weird colour. Weren't you on a mission? You did all that while I was asleep back at the inn? Dude, you like hot springs way too much. So much like our instructor to go into a random hot spring he came across while training. Anyway, when I came back the next day, there was no sign of it anywhere. Asked around town and they said it sounded like a fairy spring from their old folk tales. Because it must be connected to Erebonia somehow. Hot spring that disappears and reappears at random. Does sound like something out of a fairy tale. And I'm pretty sure we've got the right place. Let's dive in the stake Dalier gave us. And that's the last one. This should be enough to begin the purification ritual. Let's head back to Erin and check in with Dalier. Dalier. The group found the third hot spring and drove the ash stake into it. Just weird that it sticks there. It's just that... Oh, right. Sure, that's fine. My stomach's making all sorts of weird noises at the moment. Very strange. Might be being picked up on the microphone, that's why I mentioned it. I see you've driven in the 3 stakes as I requested. Magnificently done. We shall begin the purification ceremony at once. Rean, if you would. Me? Yes, you. Your status as a sacrifice to the Twilight allows you to synchronize with Erebonia's spirit veins more readily than most. Entering the spring and unifying your heart and soul with the waters will make the ritual that much easier. Though it'd be even more effective if you entered with a partner. You mean? Wait a second, you can't be serious. Does it have to be someone of a particular gender or someone exceptionally special to Rean? Those things are of no relevance whatsoever. This ritual aligns the macrocosm of the world's spirit veins with the microcosm of humanity, causing them to resonate together. The process is simply easier with 2 participants rather than just 1. That's all there is to it, I guess. No reason to feel embarrassed, right? After all the prep work we put into this, you can't expect to turn back now. Go ahead and choose someone, instructor. Alright, just give me a moment to think it through. Can I back out? I can go with someone else, because it's like, you know what? Crow. Just a couple of bros chilling in the hot springs, am I right? Works good for me. Well, we're not here to chill, but I'll let you have it. You want to get started then? Oh my. Thus, were the Erin village hot springs completely purified. Hot springs discovered elsewhere were also purified and can now be used freely. Oh, isn't that lovely? Okay, cool. You perform very well indeed, Rean. You managed to keep your concentration up the entire time. A fantastic display if there ever was one. And it was thanks to your efforts that I was able to complete the ritual with ease. What, Ease was there? You never told me Ease was here. I would have said hello. Well, I've honed my concentration quite a bit with all the training I've had. That's good to hear. Can't downplay the role of camaraderie and compatibility either. One mustn't forget to thank those around us. Oh, and the hot spots that you found. Spirit veins should have purified them too, which means they should be usable as hot springs. I know you may not have much time in the area, but why not take the opportunity for a good soak? Imagine that the hot spots have also been purified. That means they should be able to use as hot springs. Good soak. Okay, so who do we need here? Randy and Tio. Alright, so let's go up to the macabre. And let's get you out for Randy.
Where would you like to go?
You know, I'd like to go back to exactly where we are.
All right, setting coordinates.
You do that. Enter the hot spring with Randy and Tio to trigger a sub-event. Rean and the others enjoyed the hot springs, and took their time resting in the village. By some stroke of fate, an unexpected combination of people ended up soaking in the springs together. Yeah, this is amazing. You said it. I miss this place. It was a damn shame they closed it down for a while because of all the Great Twilight commotion. You must be happy, Instructor Rean. Imagine a hot spring maniac like you would be going into withdrawals without it, with it down. You sure have your quirks. Love the hot springs and Elise. You're off into a whole different person when it comes to her. Really? I never realized. Elise and I spent a couple of weeks together. She's one of the sweetest girls I've ever met. How can I put it? She has that Erebonian dignity about her. But it is still so approachable. I appreciate hearing that, Tio. And also, aren't you drowning Mishi? She still has room to grow, just like anyone else, but she really is incredible. I thank Adios every day for having the perfect sister. Oh, he's past the point of no return, ain't he? That's really saying something, given they're not even blood-related. Makes you feel bad for Elise getting so smooth with all that attention. Though it is possible she likes it. I'm starting to think Rean and Lloyd share some things in common, despite their many differences. How so? Let me guess, they're both clueless when it comes to interpersonal relationships. You know, I really have to thank you again, Tio and Randy, for sticking with me this long. What brought this on? No need to thank us. We instructors gotta look out for each other, right? And the Crossbow Police and Epstein Foundation can't turn a blind eye to what's happening in the Empire. Not to mention my home country, Remeferia. It's been dragged into all this chaos as well. Oh yeah, we did have a bad feeling about that. And we've run into some people that seem to be involved. And all that aside, you do have my utmost gratitude for helping me get Elise back. Assuming we eventually sort out this mess, would you allow me to do the honor of visiting my hometown, Ymir? And that invitation extends to everyone in the SSS once the matter of Crossbow regaining its independence is settled too. Oh. Thanks, Rean. That means a lot from Instructor Rean. I agree with him. As complex of an issue it may be, I believe Crossbow should be independent. I imagine that the same is true for many others in Class 7 and Thors. I really appreciate that, Kurt. So your hometown's known as the Hot Spring Paradise, isn't it? Best Erebonia has to offer, from what I heard from Elise. If that's the case, I'd really like to bring along Kia and everyone else in the special support section, and maybe a few others? Noel, Fran, Risha, and Soldia, and Ilya. Oh, and you can't forget Cecile and Shizuku, of course. I mean, why stop there? Gotta bring the Chief, Wazi, and it'd be Yonster, wouldn't it? Yonster, Arios, and Dudley too. And let's not leave out Zeit and Koppe. Everyone is welcome. I know an inn up there, the Phoenix Wings, that has plenty of rooms. I mean, that is where the hot spring is, so yeah. Lovely. Rean immediately like, what? We just had a conversation, what? That's all we did, lovely hot springs, what of it? Derriere. Last night, everyone in the village, including Rose, came together and discussed how we should act from here on out. The situation now is more critical than the War of the Lions or even the attack of the Dark Dragon 900 years ago. Hope things end well. I hear you're going to the outside world to check the surface side of things, is that right? Or to go see how things are, while there's still time to do so. Sounds pretty serious. They must have come to an important decision. I'd like to know what they've decided to do. Maybe we should drop in on them when we get a chance. I wonder how that Jingo girl is doing. Might be a necessary worry, but in times like these, I just hope she's safe. Ooh. I'll be having that, I'll be having that. Contact lenses, Rean's glasses, ride along Mona. Fishing bait. Nothing too special there. Go along around the outside first. Into the Leo. I looked into what's happening in eastern Erebonia and things seem very grim. Unsurprisingly, the area around the capital city is worst of all. I see, it's the same whether we look at the surface or beneath it. They're likely timing the rivalries to coincide with the conflict on the ground. Speaking of which, any new updates on the war? What I can say is, it's proceeding faster than we predicted. So I feared. Well, I'd best prepare myself for what needs to be done. Elder. Seems like a heavy discussion. Suppose that's only to be expected? It makes sense the Hexen clan would have plans of their own to deal with the coming threats. What Rose meant by what needs to be done, though. It looks like you all have a moment to spare. According to what the villagers have learned, it seems the gnome's plan has been in the making for a long time. Quite an elaborate and bold plan to set up this situation. Yes, but is this not the capstone? Don't believe we'll be able to overturn things using the sort of stopgap measures we have been until now. This might be a good time for you to all gauge the situation once more yourselves. And the only thing I can think in the capstone is maybe some kind of, like ultra soldat. Like on the level, like on another level compared to like the Divine Knights. Like something really, like, probably more like the, was it Eons? Or Ions? I think it was Eons, wasn't it? I always get confused with that. That you had in Crossbow, like the next level of them. Teleportation stone was fixed, and I finally managed to get back. The situation doesn't look good. People are ready to riot back in Heimdall. Great Twilight is picking up speed. We're running out of time. And, anything else? I don't see a dot, but we'll check. There's no dot up there. Okay, very well. I want you to jump over the edge then. Just be like, boom, over I go. That all comes from me playing, I wanted to say Nocturne, SMT5. Which is like Nocturne 2 from how it feels so far. Great work today, Elise. From all accounts, the meeting went rather well. Yes, I suppose, but the real issue is what happens next. There are likely to be sacrifices on our side, just like with Isola. There's a power of an obligation to use it responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility. That's all that was in my head. The end result matters not, so long as the Hexen clan fulfills this duty. That sounds familiar. It's what you told me when I first met you. You had to bring that up? That was ages ago. It's embarrassing to even think about. Why'd you always know just how to push my buttons? Good grief. Don't know how he could say all that with a straight face. Did the trick to perk me up after our meeting. My, there really was so much going on back then. It was right after we lost Isola too. I couldn't just leave him be. One thing led to another, and before I knew it, I had gone through with it. I used to be a bartender in the outside world. I ended up lost and wounded in Isthmia. But Lise swept into my rescue, and took me to Erin with her. You took that risk no matter the fact that bringing in outsiders was against the rules. She was a real heroine, I've got to say. She stopped calling herself a witch afterward, though, as a kind of penance. Rose forgave her in the end, but I suppose she renounced herself as a way to take responsibility for what she did. That's Moonlight Lise for you. She was a real heroine, I've got to say. That is cool. Cheeky tart? It's a cheeky tart, innit? Cheeky tart. That's one thing like I did with Sarah when she was over here. We had a cheeky Nando's. She enjoyed it. She enjoyed it. For those in Britain who know about the cheeky Nando's. I mean, Nando's is everywhere, but it's not the same unless it's a cheeky Nando's. It's hard to explain. Come on. What did I ever do to deserve such cruel and inhumane punishment? My butt is still stinging. I don't think I can even sit down. That's what you are doing. Rose was in the right on this one, you know. You didn't just cut class again. You tried to steal the pendulum from the Atelier. In my opinion, you got off super easy. You should be grateful. Grateful? Easy for you to say. You've got all these awesome magic skills. You just take off and explore the world whenever you want. You're set. If only. You don't really think it's that easy, do you, Alberio? Huh? Once you become a witch, there are orders you have to follow. You've got to always protect Erebonia in whatever way it needs. Do you feel like the outside world is calling me? I have my duties that I can't just walk away from. I want to go out there. I want to walk around and take in the sights, the flowers, trees, and everything else they have to offer. I want to travel across the whole world, meet tons of new people in each place I go. My biggest dream is just the same as yours, Alberio. That's why I've been working so hard to become a wandering witch. When that day comes, let's go to see the world together. What's a wandering witch without her truest companion? Someone to support her day in, day out. Nina, if I'm going to be any successful, I need you to put in the effort too. A whole lot of it. You've got to be at least as powerful as Euclase if you want to be my travel buddy. You've got your work cut out. Okay, I get it. It's a deal then. We'll go out and see the world together. I'm a bit lost in how they've got there, but at least it looks like they've worked things out. All's well that ends well, right? It's nice to see them come together to achieve what their hearts are set on most. Promise me, Nina. Someday you and I will go out traveling together. Promise. That means I've got to bunker down even harder on my training. Really impress Rose with all I've got. So, you'll come help me, right? Nah, I'm good. Huh? No, I perform best when I've got you with me. It's like Alberio's just like his butt hurts, he can't sit down. It's like, mate, that's all I latched onto there. It's like, mate, you are sitting down. That's literally what you're doing. After I finish sewing this, I'll be done with my basic training for today. Got really quick at this compared to when I first started out as a disciple. I'm proud of myself. But Master has been so busy lately, she hasn't been able to give me any spell lessons. I could swear she looks more tired than normal too. Maybe I'll try and cheer her up with a delicious homemade meal. Sounds like things are bad in the outside world. Master's been really busy too. Try and cheer her up with a delicious homemade meal. And a hiccup at the same time, apparently. So that's what happens. I'll keep brewing up more potions in case of emergencies. Erin villages will be forced to act soon. Can't stand idly by while things play out. Incidentally, my husband finally came home from his scouting mission. His expression was grim, though. He rushed right off to tell the Elder what he'd learned. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. It's the first time my husband's been back in about, a week, I'd say. Spent more time apart than together lately. All Noah's magical education has fallen by the wayside as a result. We need our family time back. Indeed. Nothing too special there. Do. Seems like the outside world is gearing up for war. Those damn gnomes are planning to make the rivalries coincide with that. If only we had some way to mess up those plans of theirs. Yeah, I agree. We need to find out everything we can in order to put a stop to them. Erin Village has finally come to a consensus. All I'm thinking is Legion. We need to mess up those damn gnomes' plans no matter what. Indeed. I think we're good there. Let's check the shop. Nothing too special. Master Quartz? Nope. Alright, very well. Right, let's go back to... So we've still got Raquel Alster and Milsanti to do, and the chests. Obviously, I still need to get number 12. 20, yeah, number 12. I still need to go get that one sorted. But let's go back to the Macabre. Because I want to get, while I remember, get this sapphire choker. Wow, not sure I could pull off wearing such a gorgeous necklace. Nonsense. I know this isn't your usual style, but I was certain it would suit you the moment I saw it. So please, try it on, if you insist. Don't mean to give you the wrong impression, Rean. I couldn't be happier to receive such a lovely gift. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. The pleasure's mine. Hey! Oh yes. Oh, that reminds me. Esmeralda's hunting camp. What do we have here? A hunting cap. It's very well made and stylish to boot. Not the most enthusiastic reaction, but I'll take it. You think you'll get some use out of it? Definitely. Once things calm down, would you like to go hunting with me and my falcon? I'll think of something to give you in return by then. Sure. That'd be fantastic. I'll be looking forward to it. Alright, so I'm thinking rather than starting a new area, let's actually see about getting this trial chest done. So Altina, Muse, Tita, and Elisa. It was Elise, wasn't it? Elisa, even. Tita. What was it again? I think that's it. Was that it? Altina, Muse... Muse, I'm missing. There we go. Right, so guys.
Where would you like to go?
Number 22.
All right. Setting coordinates.
22.
Look out! That one's strong!
It's a boy, isn't it?
I shall go.
Very well. I don't really need to do that, but
There!
can't resist.
Everyone. Go on, understood! There! Ha! Yes!
Yes. Nope. Orbital gear?
Let's go! Orbital Gear EXA, activate! Ha! Orbital Laser, fire!
It's a shame they don't give you the option for, like, with Tita
Now!
and Elisa to actually just switch between, like, the two modes. And,
It's my
like
turn
as if
now.
you could be, like, gunner mode or that sort of thing. It would be nice. That feels weird. Like, just put it
Ready
there.
or not, here I come!
Just very, very strange.
They're down! I've got you! This is my secret weapon!
May as well.
Holy light! Gather in my bow! Take this! Gabriel Arrow!
I'm thinking next location we go to would be
Repent for your
Palm,
sins.
though. Because that does have a quest there, doesn't it?
Now, transform! Sync complete! Go, Arcadius gear! Ready, launch! Rionac, open fire! Exterminating target! Yeah! I'll cast a spell on you. So pretty. Brilliant shot! I may have gone a little too far. Okay, here I go. Take this and this. Orbital energy charging. 40%, 80%. I'm just getting started. 120%. Omega impulse. Fire!
That's a bit of a shame. I was expecting to die, and it would have been lovely. She's too happy about
My turn.
like, constantly getting that. Let's summon the Goliath.
Charging. Come forth, Goliath Noah.
The beefy boy.
Yeah. This is the end.
I still love that we've essentially got summons, though. In such a
Let's go.
strange way.
It's my turn.
Kestrel.
Ha!
Won't get around to it, I don't think.
Yes.
And Firebolt.
Arcus, activate. Ha!
This guy was so easy, I just played with him, really, didn't I? Oh, there we go.
Come to me, Kestrel Beta. Ha! Aurora Cannon. Leave it to me.
You're not dead?
Arcus, activate.
Come on now. Mate, I'm just messing about you at this point.
My turn. There. Now. Follow me. Leave it to me. There. Ha, ha.
There we go.
Your support is much appreciated. Aw, thanks, Altina. Anytime. Stats updated. I did it.
Oh, did you? Don't use her enough. Ebon Crystal. Interesting. Right, so we'll end this part here then. In the next part, we'll go off to Palm. So we have a quest to do. Is it Palm we have a quest? I'm sure we have a quest at Palm. Yeah, Palm. We'll head there. So we'll see you in the next part. Ooh, we'll do the family scattering in Palm. We'll see you then. Ta-da. For now.